Good evening, everyone. My name is Stephanie Cummings. I just want to take some time to introduce myself. I am running for the Waterbury Board of Aldermen on Row A, the Republican ticket. I have been a lifelong resident of Waterbury. I grew up in the East End and I'm currently buying my first home there. I think I can bring a lot to the board. I am the youngest member on any of the tickets and one of only 2 females. I went to college at Sacred Heart University, and after that I went to Quinnipiac University School of Law. I have since passed the bar in Maine, Massachusetts, and Connecticut, and am currently a practicing attorney out in Farmington. I'd also like to introduce my friend Chris Ursini.
Thank you, Stephanie. Good evening. We're here at the beautiful Albanian Community Club on Columbia Boulevard. Again, my name is Chris Ursini. I am also running for the Board of Aldermen on the Republican ticket, Row A. I'm a lifelong resident of the city of Waterbury. I was born and raised here, went to St. Peter and Paul School, then Crosby High School, and then the University of Connecticut. I currently practice in finance and banking, and I think also, like Stephanie, I can also bring a lot of experience, a good amount of lending and business development experience to the Board of Aldermen, and I'm really excited about the opportunity to do so, and I'm hoping that after this evening you get to know both Stephanie and I. You'll actually vote for us when you go November 5th. What I'd like to talk about just briefly is how my family came over from Italy in the early 1900s and how it relates to many of the Albanian community that came here to Waterbury now. As you remember, and as you can recall, when you came here to the United States, it was a struggle, but you've become part of our community. You've blossomed in your religious backgrounds, in your businesses, both in the trades as well as professional services. And I think Stephanie and I will be able to advance your interest and help you grow and be better in the community as a political force, as well as becoming one of the integral fabric of the city of Waterbury. Most of the Albanian community has given a lot of effort in building their community here in Waterbury, as you can see by this beautiful structure, as well as the fact that most of the Albanian community has now become part of our school system. And that's very important, that the Albanian community grows with the city of Waterbury and becomes part of the city of Waterbury. And I think Stephanie can talk more about education.
One of the main things that we really like to see grow in the city of Waterbury is the education system. Too often we worry about the red tape around the education system rather than worrying about the education of our children. Our children are the foundation of our community, and we need to give them the best opportunities that we possibly can. That means focusing on their education and not focusing on the red tape bureaucracy surrounding this. We also need to ensure that once these children have the best education that they can possibly achieve, that there are opportunities for them out in the field to get jobs, to be able to become prosperous members of the community so that they can then in turn send their children back to Waterbury School and the cycle can continue. I think Chris agrees with me that education is one of the most foundational and most important aspects of why we are both running for the Board of Aldermen. We both feel that we could very much positively influence the education system, having gone through Waterbury schools at some point or another in our lives, and give some positive feedback and help it grow.
We also would like to talk about economic development. Like all of the immigrants that came to the United States and here in Waterbury in particular, it was difficult to acclimate to the community. So most of us my family, and I'm sure most of the Albanian community, started small businesses, either in the trades, either in stone, retail, or in many other grocery stores. And that's an important part of the Waterbury culture. And as Board of Aldermen, we will look to advance the interests of these Albanian businesses by accessing capital, lending for the businesses as well as your homes. We're looking forward to giving you the opportunity to expand your real estate holdings, to expand your business for more jobs, not only for your additional family that would come over, but also for all of the people here in Waterbury. Jobs are the most important facet of this campaign, and it's probably the most important factor for the Albanian community to consider. Without growing the city of Waterbury jobs, then most of us were going to struggle going forward, and we don't need that anymore. The current administration has done a fairly good job of doing that, but we know we can do much better. One of the things we'd like to do is expand healthcare access and jobs in the city of Waterbury. As you've probably seen on the TV and in the paper, that Waterbury Hospital and St. Mary's Hospital are our largest employers. There's great opportunity for employment for all the Albanian community in those particular large employers. Manufacturing is another facet that we'd like to advance. By increasing the jobs in manufacturing, we are able to get everybody working and everybody in the community, not only the Albanian community, but the entire city of Waterbury, back up on their feet and gaining jobs and gaining income, getting access to capital to advance their businesses and buy homes. We believe that we can do that for you, and we're hoping that you can help us do it by voting for us on November 5th. One of the other things I think Stephanie would like to talk about is the young professionals in the Albanian community that have now graduated high school and going to college.
Thank you, Chris. As someone who's 26 and currently an attorney, it was really important to me to see that the job situation in Waterbury improve. Right now, you see a mass exodus of the young professional from Waterbury. They're going to cities like New Haven. They're going to West Hartford, to Hartford proper. They're leaving their families and looking for something that is more acclimated to the young professional. Right now, we don't have the young professional jobs in the quantity that we actually need them. We also don't have a bustling downtown area. At night, the downtown area dies. There's really nothing going on down there. You go to West Hartford for dinner, you go to New Haven for dinner. These are the things that young professionals really look forward to having. They want to have a well-rounded life. They want to be able to have the entertainment. They want to be able to have the job. And it ties back in with education. They want to be able to find a community where they could buy a home and then raise their families and have an education system that they can trust to give their children the best opportunity that they have, and also be able to enjoy all those other pleasures in life, like a great downtown area. Right now we have the Palace Theater, which provides wonderful shows, but there's really nothing much else down there. I would personally like to see an area where I could go out with my girlfriends for dinner. We could walk around, we could go have dinner, we could do a little bit of shopping, things that we do in all other urban metropolitans, but we just don't have that here. And it's something that I think as a young professional, I would be able to bring a different perspective to the city and how we can achieve that, how we can achieve those jobs for young professionals, how we can achieve the businesses that we need, lower the taxes so that families can afford to live here, and grow the education system so that we could have an education system our families can trust.
I think for both of us, what we'd like to see most important is that all of the Albanian community register the vote. It's so important that you get involved in the political process here in Waterbury. But what we do care is that you have the opportunity to vote, and you can only do that by registering to vote. You can go to our website and get a voter registration card. We can deliver them to any of the community centers in the city of Waterbury that you're a member of, or any of your places of worship. What we want to be able to make sure is that the Albanian community has a voice in the city of Waterbury, that the Albanian community has an opportunity to participate in all that the great city of Waterbury has to offer.
understand that the Albanian community is so proud of its community and of its leadership, and we want to make sure that you're able to do that within the community of Waterbury as a whole. We want you to be able to vote and get involved and hopefully stand next to us the next election season. It would be really wonderful if we could all be the big community and have that community sense and really work towards a common goal for everybody.
I think in conclusion, since we've spoken a lot here, what we'd like to see is three things. One is that the Albanian community register to vote for whoever they feel that is important to their interest. Two is that the Albanian community becomes deeper into the fabric of Waterbury through the Republican Party advancing the interests of the community through easier access to money, capital for businesses, capital for homes, and for their culture to flourish in the city, just like my Italian culture has, just like Stephanie's Polish and Irish culture had, and just like all the cultures that came to the city of Waterbury. It's vitally important that the Albanian community become part of this great city, and we really look forward to you guys voting for both of us on November 5th.
I agree with Chris wholeheartedly. We would love to see you come out and vote for us on November 5th, but most importantly, want to see you vote for the issues that are important to you. And should we be elected to the Board of Aldermen, that you can feel comfortable coming up to us and discussing any issues that you're seeing in the community, things that you would like to improve. We welcome your ideas and your thoughts, and we want to make sure that we're doing the best job representing the entire community of Waterbury as possible. Chris and I, along with the rest of Row A, really believe that we can have a positive influence for the Albanian community. One of the things that we think that we could do for the Albanian community is to promote more integration, better integration in the school systems, better opportunities in the career and the job force, and better integration with the community as a whole. We'd like to see you come down to the Board of Aldermen meetings, come down to the Board of Education meetings, and voice your opinions because they are vital to our community. We want to make sure that the board is representing the community as a whole, not just certain factions of it. We want your opinions, your problems to be voiced so that we can positively address them and hopefully work to a solution that is amicable for everybody.
I think we'd like to thank Albanian Television for giving us this opportunity to speak to you. We also would like to thank Quazim Dodo for being here with us, and we also would like to thank the Albanian Community Club for letting us use their facility for this taping. But finally, we just want to make sure that the Albanian community comes out and votes, that the Albanian community prospers in Waterbury, and that the Albanian community looks to the people in power in the political structure, such as us and the Republican Party, to advance their interests and make them be the best part of Waterbury into the future.
And I have learned through my travels how to count in Albanian. Në, dë, tre, karte, pese, gaushta, strata, tete, nënte, lite. Nathan Mir.
Falamandiri. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you and good night.